Greetings and welcome to week 11 of COMM 110, Fundamentals of Public Speaking. We're getting further into the second half of the semester now, and as such we're sort of moving past the basic ideas related to public speaking and getting into some topics that are a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more advanced in terms of the subject of learning how to be an effective public speaker. And so our chapter this week, chapter 12, deals with effective language, some strategies and some ideas for learning how to use language more effectively in terms of becoming an effective public speaker. Some sorts of things that we've covered a little bit already in this class, things like denotative and connotative meanings, other things such as euphemisms, jargon, inclusive language, as well as different principles for using language effectively, things like conciseness, clarity, appropriateness, and all of these sorts of things. Many of the sorts of things that you might already have learned about in an English class in the context of written language, but that we're going to be learning about this week in the context of spoken language, or utilizing language to be effective as a public speaker. Moving further into the second half of the semester, we are moving at a little quicker pace in terms of the major speeches. Right away next week already, you will be delivering and submitting your second major speech, the visual aid speech. And you should this week be proceeding with many of the preparations for that speech, the visual aid speech. You will, in the discussion forum this week, be telling us about your specific topic for the visual aid speech. So you'll need to, over the next few days, sort of settle on or finalize your specific topic for the visual aid speech. And of course, remember that all of the topics for the major speeches are going to be spun off from your broad topic that you selected a little earlier in the semester. So whatever your broad topic is that you developed your topic for the informative speech, you will take that same broad topic and develop another different specific topic for the visual aid speech. Please let me know if you have any confusion or any questions or wondering at all about how exactly that process works, because the idea is that you have, by the end of the semester, done 3 speeches on specific aspects of the broad topic that you have selected. A broad topic which, of course, has something to do with something that you're either preparing for in connection with a career or an interest that you've had for a long time, or in short, a topic area that you have got considerable experience and knowledge and perhaps even expertise in. So let me know if you have any questions about the specific topic for your visual aid speech. Now, in selecting and deciding upon the specific topic for the visual aid speech, presumably you're going to want to pick one or develop one that lends itself easily or has some special opportunities for visual aids. Particular kinds of visual aids, whether that is images in a PowerPoint presentation, specific actual three-dimensional objects that you might use, or something like that. Now, of course, as I've said in the bonus video and in the assignment guidelines for the visual aid speech, the primary thing in the visual aid speeches should still be the words that are coming out of your mouth. The spoken content of the speech should still be primary in the visual aid speech. The visual aids that you're going to have will support what is coming out of your mouth in terms of the spoken content. So the topic, for sure, you will have developed by the end of the week. and will tell us about that in the discussion forum. You should also be proceeding with the research process and probably even getting into the beginning parts of creating your content outline by the end of this week. We have a light course load this week, just like we did the week right before the informative speech, because this week prior to when you deliver the visual aid speech, you want to be devoting a good deal of your time to doing those preparations and ramping up your preparations for that major speech, the visual aid speech. Just like the week before the informative speech, on Sunday evening, at the very end of this week, before the next course week starts, you will submit by the end of Sunday evening your heading for your visual aid speech. And I will, by the end of the following day, I will take a look at that heading, just make sure that everything seems to be in good order there, and then let you know and give you some feedback by the end of that day following when you submit it this coming Sunday. The elements in the heading are going to be the same. The title or topic, the specific purpose statement, the thesis statement, the organizational pattern, and the general purpose. All of those particular elements that are in the visual aid speech heading should be the same. Once we get into our third major speech, the persuasive speech, some of those elements of that heading will be changing. But for this one, the visual aid speech, the elements of the heading are exactly the same as for the informative speech. Now, the specific content that you have in them will be different, of course, because you have a different topic that you're speaking on and different content that will make up the substance of the speech. But the categories or the individual parts of that heading will be the same. So let me know if you have any questions about that heading as well, and let me know if you have any questions at all about our course content this week, about effective language, or about any of the other things that you're doing as we move rather quickly towards your delivery and submission of your visual aid speeches.